That's a picture of Andrew Carnegie. He is the man that coached or mentored Napoleon Hill. That's Napoleon Hill when he was a young reporter working for a magazine. The magazine decided that they were going to write articles on wealth. Hill got the opportunity to spend 3 hours interviewing Andrew Carnegie. I've often thought of this. I wonder how nervous he would be, how intimidated he would be. He was broke. And here he is sitting down with the wealthiest man in the world at the time. Andrew Carnegie was considered the first billionaire. And he spent 3 days with him. Now, unbeknownst to Napoleon Hill, Andrew Carnegie was looking for people. He was looking for a person. Carnegie said he thought it was an absolute crime that people like himself, like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Harvey Firestone, and all these people who had amassed great fortunes, he thought it was an absolute crime they were going to their grave with all this knowledge locked up in their bones. He was looking for someone that would organize this information so that people like you and I could learn it. About halfway through, or towards the end of the interview, he thought maybe Hill was the guy he was looking for because he hadn't found anybody yet. So at the end of the interview, he said, Napoleon, this interview isn't ending, it's just beginning. I want you to come home with me. And he took him home, and they spent 3 days together. Yet at the end of the 3 days, he said, Napoleon, I'm going to ask you a question, and I just want a yes or no answer. He said, are you prepared to dedicate the rest of your life to an idea for which you will probably receive no material compensation for at least 20 years? What he didn't tell Hill, he had a stopwatch in his hand, and he only gave him 60 seconds to answer the question. In 25 seconds, Hill said, yes, I will.
He said, I'm going to give you an affirmation. And he said, I want you to write every word down. He said, write down every word. And I want you to repeat it over and over again every day. Now here it is. I want you to look in the mirror and say this. Andrew Carnegie, I'm not only going to equal your achievements in life, but I'm going to challenge you at the post and pass you at the grandstand. Now look at it. Imagine yourself sitting with the wealthiest man in the world, and him asking you to write that. He'll sit, he threw his pen on the floor. He says, now you know darn well this isn't going to happen. He says, I know it's not Napoleon, and unless and until you plant that idea properly in your subconscious mind. No, I said, if you plant that properly in your subconscious mind, then this will happen. He's just do what I tell you. So Hill said he would. He said, I'm going to get a commitment from you. I'd like you to commit to me that you will do this every day, twice a day, once in the morning, once at night, looking in the mirror for 30 days. At the end of the 30 days, his whole life had changed.
Now he said, I want you to gather information. I will give you letters of introduction. All very, very successful. He became intimate friends with Edison and Ford. So far as I've been able to determine, Carnegie made maybe 50 millionaires. Napoleon Hill's made millions of millionaires.